The McLaren P1 is undoubtedly one of the coolest cars in the world, but did you know it was inspired by animals? Specifically, the cheetah, the fastest animal on land, and the sailfish, arguably the fastest animal in the sea. Legendary car designer Frank Stephenson is a huge fan of biomimicry, which is basically taking things from animals and putting them in technology. He was in charge of the P1 project and wanted to use biomimicry in the car. And as you can see from this sketch here, drawn by Frank, he took the cheetah's proportions, curves, aerodynamics, stance, all that stuff, and put it directly into the P1's design. Cool story. But the cooler story comes from the sailfish. Frank was on vacation in the Caribbean and saw a sailfish hanging on the wall. So he started asking around and found the fisherman that caught it, who was insanely proud that he actually got his hands on this thing because they're insanely fast. So at this point, Frank's intrigued, so he starts doing some research and finds that the sailfish is faster in water than a cheetah is on land, which if you know anything about air and water resistance, that is theoretically very difficult to do. So at this point, Frank's hooked. He's super curious about this thing. And on the way home from vacation, he stops in Miami, goes to a fishing village, buys a sailfish, then has it stuffed and shipped back home to the UK, where the team at McLaren then started studying the fish. They found that the sailfish had these unique things on their scales that basically allowed it at a certain speed to not be swimming in water, but in a pocket of air that it creates for itself. Pretty nuts. So they then reverse engineered these scales, put them in the air ducts, and the engine got 17% more airflow than it did previously. And the exact sailfish itself is now immortalized in McLaren's headquarters. Pretty cool.